Hello Sagittarius, welcome to 5th House Divination. My name's Kirsty and today we are going to do a yes/no reading for you for the month of April 2021. So if you have a yes/no question that you'd like to ask Tarot, hopefully we can get you an answer for April. Obviously this answer will just apply to April. So if you don't like the answer that you get, you can always ask again another month. What was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought, trying to amuse myself. Yes, so this reading is basically, it's an 8-card reading. And oh, the Emperor, there we go. It's an 8-card reading. If you saw the Mercury retrograde readings, Will They Return, that I did back in February, it's that style of reading. So it's 8 cards, there's 4 possible answers. This card here will indicate what the answer is, and the other 7 cards around it will give us some indication as to why the answer is what it is. It will give us a general idea of what's going on in the month for you. So please do, obviously the readings are general, so please do pay attention to the cards and the information that's coming through from the other cards to see if this reading really is for you. It may be that your reading, your answer might be, if the story for this card doesn't resonate, it might well be that the answer for you is in your other sun, moon, rising signs. If you're asking about love and money, it may show up in your Venus sign. So don't be shy in checking out, looking for knowledge and information in all of the other signs. So I just need to pick another 7 cards for you to go with that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Smoosh all these back together. So the underlying energy for April, oh nice, the underlying energy that we've got for April for you is the Star card. The Star card talks about healing after changes after the Tower's been through. So the Tower is a sort of a deconstruction of structures and things that things in our life that we've outgrown. The Tower comes through, dismantles that for us, our old structures, and then the Star comes through, kind of picks up the pieces, heals all of that for us, and puts us back on a more authentic path, something that sort of resonates with us, our true path basically. So the Star energy comes in generally when we've been taken off track, but then the universe has come in and said, "What? No, we're not doing that." It could also be Aquarius energy. So if any of you are dealing with an Aquarian, or if you've got a lot of Aquarius in your chart, may be relevant for you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then pop that one in there, give them all a bit of a shuffle. It is really difficult to shuffle 8 cards, so please do excuse the silly silly shuffling style. Oh dear me. Right, okay, let's do it like that. Right, okay, so I'll just pop you up there out of the way, Sagittarius. Hope you're doing well. And so in the yes position, we've got the Magician. We are manifesting, my darlings. In the soon position, we've got the 9 of Wands. It's a bit exhausting. In the delayed position, we've got the Chariot. So there is some delay in moving forward, integration, something. And in the no position, we've got the Devil. And the Devil talks about the things in life that hold us back, the things that we're attached to that are no longer good for us. So in the yes, so we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So this is some sort of manifestation, collaboration on a manifestation for something. In the soon, right, okay, so the answer to your question is soon. And in this position, it talks about don't push it. Just leave things, let things take their natural course. It is going to happen, but there is no need to push things. Just leave them be, let them unfold naturally, and yeah, it's going to happen soon. It's with the Nine of Wands, so there could be an energy of, are we there yet? The Nine of Wands talks about being, it's the wounded warrior, you know, it's like kind of, you've put a lot of effort and energy into something, you're really kind of beat up, you're really tired, you're on the verge of kind of thinking, oh, you know, this is just too much. But the Nine of Wands comes in when we're just about at that point. It just made me think about when you've been needing to go to the loo for ages, you needed a wee for ages and ages, and then you get to it, and you know you've maybe been holding on to it for 4 hours, and then you get to within 2 minutes of a bathroom, and suddenly it's like, no, I can't wait. It's that sort of energy when you know that the end is coming, or possibly you don't know how much longer you've got to wait. The answer, my darling, is soon. The Nine of Wands, it is always a case of just push that, you know, just keep going, one foot in front of the other. It will happen, but don't push too much. You're at the 9, you don't want to push it to the point of getting to the 10, because if you get to the 10, you'll just think, no, you know, bugger this, I've had enough. Pardon my French. I'm feeling really sweary today, so I won't think what I was just going to say. No, I'm not going to say that. So in the delay then, with the Chariot, we've got Temperance. That's Major Arcana Sagittarian energy. Okay, and then we've got the, in the No, we've got the King of Swords and the Devil. Who was it he turned up for? This King of Swords and Devil combo turned up for somebody. And he had me blushing. Who is he turned up for? Let me just have a quick look. Oh, it was Leo, guys. He turned up here in the Leo reading, and I've done other readings since. So I don't know if you're dealing with the Leo. But yeah, this King of Swords had me definitely blushing. Had me blushing. So anyway, let's have a look, Sagittarius. Okay, so in the yes position, so in April 2021 then, what is going to be happening for you is we've got the Magician, the Master Manifestor. The Magician talks about having everything that you need to be able to create something, to bring something into fruition. He's got a pentacle, he's got a wand, he's got a sword, he's got a cup. You have all of the resources that you need to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever it is you're trying to bring into being. You have the tools and the resources and everything that you need. And this is coming in with the Three of Pentacles, which is a really lovely card of collaboration, in a collaboration of resources. This is in the real world, so it's Pentacles, so this, you know, it could be through work, it could be through money, but there is some kind of practical collaboration with another person to bring in this manifestation, whatever it is you're trying to produce or create. Whatever your answer to your question is, whatever that was, is soon. So it might not necessarily happen in April then with this soon card, but it is going to happen, is the reassurance that card brings. So don't, and generally just this card on its own in the soon position is an indicator not to push it. Don't push it, don't try and force it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Don't try and force it, it will happen. I think things need to, for whatever reason, it needs to play out naturally. You're probably not in control. There is something in the situation generally when this is in this position here that you're not in control of. So it's sort of, you have to just allow things to happen. And with it coming in with this Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands, as I said earlier, before I sort of went off on a bathroom tangent, the Nine of Wands does talk about, it's, you know, it's been a long old slog. The Nine of Wands, you're feeling knackered and beat up and just, you know, this has been a lot of effort, a lot of energy. And as I say, with, so you know, it might, it probably feels like it's a long way off and you don't know when it's coming, but it is coming soon. And obviously the caution here is don't push it, don't push your luck, because at the 9, as I said earlier, if you tip over into the 10, then that's when things get chucked into the fuck it bucket. You know, at the 10 you're just like, no, I can't do this anymore, I'm too exhausted, I'm overwhelmed, I've had enough. And presumably that is not what you want. If this is some kind of work and some kind of collaboration, then there is probably a lot of work, a lot of collaboration, and it's probably very tiring. But the cards are saying quite clearly that it is going to happen, and it will happen soon, but you're just going to have to adopt some kind of patience, which funnily enough is this Temperance card. It's also your energy, which I've never really understood. I've never really understood why they allocate Temperance to Sagittarius, because you guys like to go, and you like to go big. But so in the delay, so we've got this Chariot, which does talk about, this is an integration of opposing forces. So this is two things working together. This is our yin and our yang energy, bringing it into alignment. And by bringing them together and being able to control them and direct them in the same situation, that's when you get this kind of swift shit off a shovel sort of very fast. I mean, my language is terrible. I don't know what's going on. Am I speaking to a builder or something? I don't normally swear this much. I do apologise. And then with it, you've got this. Where's the moon at the moment? The moon's in Cancer. I definitely should not be talking like this. And then with it, you've got this Temperance energy. As I say, this is your energy, but it's also an energy of balancing. And after a change, after so the Temperance energy comes in after the sort of the death and the rebirth. So I think that there is something that has gone through quite a significant change, and there is an element needed of rebalancing, remixing the ingredients, if you like. There is a kind of a remixing energy with this Temperance card, and then being able to sort of mix it together and then to a point where you can sort of direct it and move that swift movement forward. So with this 9 of Wands up here, and the soon and the don't push it, and then we've got this delay to this quick movement, I think that in April there is some kind of balance that's needed to be achieved. If you're working in collaboration with somebody, then obviously that's always the case. But there is some kind of balance that's going to be needed before you guys can start moving any kind of quick, you know, making any kind of quick movement forward. So it's yes, but I think, you know, it's probably not going to happen quite at the pace that you want it to, but just kind of grit your teeth and bear it, basically. Just, yeah, just bide your time and go with it. In the no, we've got the Devil, and we've got the King of Swords. The Devil, as I was saying, it talks about restrictions. It talks about the illusion of being restricted or tied down or imprisoned by something. It's the energy of being held back by things that no longer serve us. But I think because this is in the no position, then this really isn't going to be happening. And I think looking at, you've got the Star, you've got the Temperance, I think whatever this transformation, this change that I'm feeling has happened in the past, has shed, it's got rid of whatever the difficult influences were. The influences that were holding you back previously have gone. There is it could be a King of Swords character, it could be an air sign, could be Aquarius. Again, we've got this Aquarius energy here. So it could be an Aquarian, but the air signs are Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. But the King of Swords talks about clarity. It talks being able to direct your mind and think logically, and understand what is and what isn't relevant, and understand logic. So there could be a lack of clarity about what's holding you back, possibly for some of you. But I think for others of you, there is going to be, I'm picking up possibly within this collaboration. Previously, there was a person who was holding things back, maybe, you know, a bit sort of devil's advocate, maybe a bit tricky, a little bit difficult to deal with. And now that person has gone, there is some kind of rebalancing, remixing of the, you know, if it's like, if for example this is a work reading and somebody's made redundant, or, you know, they've lost their job, or someone's been moved from a department, or the work is still there, it needs to be done, and it needs to be, you know, kind of thrown back into the mix, and other people need to do bits, and I need to do a bit, and you need to, and there is that mixing. It's that mixing and balancing, that rebalancing, that readjustment that's needed before this real kind of swift movement forward can take place. And as I say, the underlying energy for this is the Star card, so it could be Aquarius, but this is talking about, for me, this talks about North Node energy, so it talks about really kind of getting onto a path that's ordained for you, if you believe in, you know, sort of karma and spirituality and soul growth. For those of you that are on some kind of soul spiritual path, this is talking about kind of aligning with that. With the Aquarian energy, it can also be talking about picking up the pieces after the tower's been through, which would again tie up with this kind of Temperance and Chariot energy. Right, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. If this story resonates with you, please do share your stories in the comments if you want to. I do love reading them. I love seeing how the energy is sort of playing out in real life, in people's lives. If this story isn't for you, then please do check out your other Sun, Moon, Rising signs, also your Venus sign. If it's love or money specifically that you're interested in, there may be something there for you. If you've enjoyed the reading, please do click like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.